Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The first channel that we're looking at today is called Precious Gems, and this is a creator who's here with us just about every single day. What they bring us is graphic and animation videos, and then they find other music to use in the background of their production. So let's just have a look at what they've been doing lately. Most of their videos are quite short, but I'm just going to grab the second latest one that they've got here. I'm going to put this into a special playlist I use. I call it Catch Up, which was named by our friend Ghostly Wins from Australia, who's dropping a highlighted milestone message in the chat right now. And playlists can be a great tool for keeping caught up with creators. And there's lots of different ways to use those. So as well, we'll see what this creator's got going on for shorts. Lots of variety here. We see most creators in the Tuber Chat family, regardless of category or niche, bringing variety into their shorts videos. And so they've got a few here that have done really well. 8,000, almost 10,000, one over 14,000 as well, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Precious Gems. They are a longtime, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'd love for you to get some support coming back from them, like I described earlier. So thank you everybody for coming in. I've got quite a few names on the wheel right now. We'll add more as we need them. I'm going to put Ghostly Wins on there right this second. As a matter of fact, he's right under I Am Betty J. Gathers, who's a longtime dear friend, one of our longest standing members. Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey of over 6.5 years now. And Michael's Adventures, another beloved and dedicated moderator, will send his regards. He can't be here every day just due to a work schedule. P&J's Homestead Adventure is here with us every day, like Just Jason Keto and more, who will be live in about an hour and a half from now. We always feel bad crashing into our friends, but at some point when you start to literally be following hundreds of channels and possibly even thousands over the long term, it becomes impossible to set schedules where you won't run into somebody, but Just Jason Keto and more is an incredibly supportive creator and actually has a very special live stream next week. He'll be live, like I said, in an hour and a half from now. And then he's celebrating 2,000 subscribers, which is a great and exciting milestone. Butler Family Farm was first in the door here today. And then Canadian Family Life and her husband, Chris's Creation Fun, are both here from Canada. Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook and Lisa J. Stocks are in the house. Home Bartending with John and Fairbrick Studio are also with us every day. Chief Broken Brain is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they're here with us just about every day as well. Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network brings fantasy football. Good to see you in the house. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures from Medicine Hat, Alberta. And Andy is the creator behind Ace Flaw 1, a friend of over 4 years. He's been with me since before Tuber Chat was even a thought. And Florida Claimers Ted, it's always good to see you in the house. He's doing a combination of scratch battles on his channel with lottery scratch tickets and StreamYard panels with other creators. Cool Gamers here with us every day. And Life is Jaleesa, it's good to see you in the house. Pardon me, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. Like I said, I've added a lot of names onto the wheel. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I'll spin the wheel, we'll put channels onto the screen and talk about them for a moment. You do not have to be a member. You do not have to super chat. Everything's open to everyone. It just takes a long period of time. And somewhere between an hour and a half and 2.5 hours, I will add some names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. We expect to be here for about 3 hours. Ghostly Wins always has incredibly creative and fun things to say about the Wheel of Doom. They left a highlighted message earlier in the chat. I just went back to read it. They always make me laugh. And Ghostly Wins has been a dear friend of over 3 years. We'll look at their channel in just a second. Again, we're looking at Precious Gems. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. An incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Mr. Fulton Mraz, good to see you in the house. He's posted a new video. That's good to see. He's another friend of over 4 years now, so hopefully everybody will connect with him. Roadkill Gaming Jory's in the house. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. And we're going to talk about Ghostly Wins from Australia. This is a creator who goes over and above when it comes to the idea of true friendship on YouTube. I've been lucky to build a friendship with this creator over the last 3 to 3.5 years, and I can tell you that they care very much about the YouTube journey, about their community, and especially, I like to say, about those of us here in the Superchat family. They're at 777 subscribers right now. Some might say that's kind of lucky. And Ghostly Wins is going to bring us retro video gameplay, typically from systems like Nintendo and Sega. This creator still able to introduce me to games I otherwise might not have heard of, even though I literally grew up with those video game systems. They give us a combination of video shorts where they experiment a bit, and then live streams also where I've caught them many times. And they're just in the middle of a move right now, but they'll likely have their streaming set up ready to go soon. We'll be looking forward to do content in that way. But Ghostly Wins continues to post videos, and we've got our notification bell on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can. So hopefully everybody will connect with Ghostly Wins. Like I said, they've been a dear friend, definitely going over and above when it comes to the idea of friendship and care towards others in the YouTube journey, let's just say. And then Mr. Fulton Mraz always has good news for us in the chat, so he's hit an exciting milestone there in the 70s culture. It's good to have you in the house as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. I mentioned playlists earlier. My catch-up playlist is named by Ghostly Wins, actually, and that's quite some time, but we keep the name for fun. And if anybody here wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook is a fairly new channel in the Tuberchat family, just having been with us for a couple of months now, I believe. 431 subscribers. Hopefully we can push them towards the 500 they're thinking about. Of course, it's an important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey now. She's got a brand new video from yesterday. I'm going to take this video, I'm going to put it into that catch-up list I keep talking about. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with her and watch another piece of content. Pardon me. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels by hanging out in premieres, live streams, and watching videos. I get to know the content, and if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, is Shane. He's another friend of over 2 years, and Becoming Vermont has also come into the chat. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. CNS Travel, another member. I'm going to put you on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Kaiser Gaming YT is Chris's creation. Chris's Clever Craft is Kaiser Gaming YT with a second gaming channel. And thank you for coming in. Forgive my confusion. I've done that kind of thing more than once. And let's talk about Pam's Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook and her content. We can dig through some of what she's got. We get an idea that Pam is going to show us a lot of different things, but she talks about crocheting being her passion. She makes baby blankets, scarves, afghans, and likely more, and donates a lot of what she makes, which is wonderful to hear. And then this creator as well has gotten into well over 400 views, approaching 500 on some of her shorts, so hopefully she'll post more of those, and tons of live streams ready to go. So I'm setting notifications for each one of these, including the trivia games, which I know people find fun. Even I've done a couple of those. They can be very engaging and bring you a lot of retention, actually, which means time viewed during a video. So I'll be looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. She's got one coming up tonight, actually 9 p.m. So not too long after Just Jason Keto and More will be live. So hopefully everybody will catch her then. We always set notifications for everything we see, whether they're premieres or live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. And that's, again, just in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. DJ's Adventures and Beyond, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. maybe I can show everybody something for a second. I was talking to DJ's Adventures outside of YouTube. And again, anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. I'm always happy to talk YouTube and help if I can. I just want to show you something here if I can for a second, and part of me, Home Bartending with John, will get right back to your content. So this is in the background of Tuber Chat right now, and if I want to get into the channel settings, I just go in the studio, go down to the bottom left, and what you're going to find are a few different things like feature eligibility on the channel tab of the settings. So you just want to make sure, if you haven't already, you go through these things so that you can get them all turned on. One of the things that you will find is that your links that you post in the descriptions of your videos may not be clickable until you've got all the features unlocked and ready to go. So hopefully everybody will try that out, and hopefully DJs, you caught that and you now know where to go find that bunch of settings. KK's Trouble in Educational Vlogs, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. And then Home Bartending with John is on the screen right now. This is a creator that brings us a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family. He's going to teach us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. We don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what John's got here, but he will show us what it takes to keep a bar like that replenished and the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of those world-famous cocktails as well. He brings us different variations based on pop culture, sometimes in different geographical areas, or when you hear about a drink referenced in a movie, music, or television, you might find a different recipe than somebody else might have mentioned. He'll show us a couple of those. And pardon me just for a second. Thanks, buddy. It's okay for today. Thank you. And then, pardon me, he also does collections of cocktails, like low-calorie cocktails that'll be popular with our healthy eating and healthy living friends. And then he also shows us non-alcoholic mocktails, and he'll do a collection of those. He also takes requests on his channel, and he's done a couple for me already. So I've enjoyed that. And you'll also find a ton of product reviews on his channel. And I find these compelling because it's nice to get somebody's opinion about something before you spend money on it to find out whether or not you might like it. So John helps us with that as well. He's an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in Tuber Chat. As a matter of fact, he's a silver member, which means we see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. He's also got some shorts on the channel, and these have now gotten into 2,100 views and beyond, one at 7,500, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Home Bartending with John. Live streams for him are an idea for the future. He's done some in the past, but we'll keep our notification bell on and hopefully catch him soon enough if he's going to do another one. Puppet Short Films is in the house. An incredible producer and video editor, to say the least. So forgive me for not doing a better job of describing, but I hope everybody will check out Puppet Short Films because they really do a spectacular job. So yeah, I'm at a new place now, Paralife TV. I decided to rent a very small office, but it gives me an opportunity to, first of all, get rid of all our internet problems, but secondly, have an isolated area where I can focus and get to some of the things I've been promising for about 3 years, like tutorials. I actually have one coming out. I just finished it before Tuber Chat today on my personal channel about spreadsheets, and it happens to be for a, where did I put the paper? Blood pressure journal or log sheet, like I've got here, whether you can see much of that or not. So there's nothing wrong or anything like that, but I recently had reason to check blood pressure, and I found out today that everything's just fine and normal, but I'm going to monitor, and because of that, I wanted a special journal for me that I could write in the way that I want to. Sometimes you find things online that you can use to take measurements or statistics or write just about anything in the world. What comes to mind is planners. A lot of time people use weekly planners or daily planners, calendars and things like that. I find it very difficult to find something exactly the way I want, but because I can use spreadsheets and stuff like that with ease, I'm able to do that kind of thing. So I was able to whip that together, but I did a tutorial for everyone. So whether you are new to spreadsheets or want to know how they work and what you can use them for on a very basic level, I have a tutorial coming out, and then of course I made that file downloadable, so if anybody needs a blood pressure journal then you can download that as well. Corinne's Life is here, a dear friend, another fellow Canadian, like Canadians Family Life, which we're going to talk about in a quick second here. Corinne's Life is a member and a moderator, so I've got them on the wheel. Marketplace Boutique is an incredibly supportive creator, and we're going to get them onto the wheel as well. They happen to be a member. The amazing M&G, good to see you in the house. Super Rainbow Queen, good to have you here as well. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And then Canadian Family Life is up here right now. So the creator behind this channel is known as Tiffany. She gives us a wonderful look into her family life. She did an excellent job on a trailer for her channel the other day. In my opinion, it is exactly what it should be. And if you have a look at that trailer, you'll get an example. I hope then, Canadian Family Life, that you'll put that on your channel in the trailer position, because I think you really did a good job on that, and the whole family was involved. They talked about basically everything that they do, whether it is grocery hauls, cooking videos, a little bit of family fun. I've also seen shout outs and Happy Mail videos on the channel, and an impeccable container garden that they upkeep and maintain. So hopefully everybody will check that out as well. Backyard Trucker, let me just get you onto the wheel. And we're going to look at the shorts, which are really moving on this channel. Canadian Family Life is actually one of the fastest moving channels that we have seen, or fastest growing channels in the Superchat family over the last 3.5 years. And it's interesting, M&T Living and Cooking is just coming into the chat now. M&T Living and Cooking and Canadian Family Life are the first two channels that we know of that were monetized many months ago under the newer restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time. So when we look at Canadian Family Life, we see they've long surpassed that 3,000 subscribers that I talk about all the time, saying that there must be much to be learned from channels of this size because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. Now, here's a little bit of a cool, almost collaboration type video. I can tie in a couple things here. So, Canadian Family Life got a prize from a giveaway that was done by Just Jason Keto and More, who is very known for making chaffles, which can be used as a healthy alternative to a lot of snacks or as a part of a meal. Canadian Family Life just did their first chaffle recipe video, so I'm looking forward to seeing that actually. And then, so I've got that in my catch-up list. I'm looking at the shorts I was just about to talk about. They've got 2,500 views and beyond on a few of these, and one over 5,000 views, 5,500, which is great to see as well. And then live streams are something that they do occasionally, but again, we've got the notification bell on so that we can have the best opportunity of catching as much content as possible, if that makes sense. Chris's Creation Fun is coming up right now. That's Tiffany's husband. So Canadian Family Life and Chris's Creation Fun is an example of a husband and wife combo with separate channels that support each other wholeheartedly. Elaine and Dot Crafting and Chatting, good to see you here. RR Vlogs, good to have you in the house as well. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And let's look at Chris's Creation Fun. Now, this creator started with 3D printing, and they've gotten into a couple of tutorial videos, like do-it-yourself type videos, talking about fixing some solar equipment and the 3D printer itself. So hopefully everybody will connect with Chris's Creation Fun. They're getting close to that first 100. They've got over 80 subscribers now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther. We all know how important that first 100 is for everyone. And then we've got the shorts on this channel as well, which have just started, but we'll be looking forward to more of that also. Sammy Comedy, good to have you back in the house. Cool Gamer, good to see you here. And hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody. Chief Broken Brain, let's see what they've got going on. I'm just going to see what... this is a creator I'm still getting to know, actually, Chief Broken Brain. So they're fairly new to Superchat, just having been here for a few times now. Let's see what they've got going on their channel. On this channel, we'll see random people, places, and things, and a little bit of music from all different genres, which is great to see. They'll post shorts randomly as well. That's the intention. And so I'm just going to hit their video tab, see what they've got. They got a premiere coming up, and that is a little while from now. It's meant to be a month from now by the date that they've got set right now. And then I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've done. It's very short, but it's just a teaser for something. It says coming soon, right? And then we'll hit the shorts on the channel, and when I click the popular tab, we see that these are already starting to move into 2,000, halfway to 3,000, and now over 4,000 views, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Chief Broken Brain, and like I said, they're fairly new to the Tuber Chat family, so I'm sure they'll be new to many people who are here with us today. Backyard Trucker, I got you on the wheel. I'm not sure if I said that or not. Let's spin. I Am Betty J Gathers is coming up. Pardon me just for 1 second. I'll be right back. I wonder if anybody here in the chat has experienced what I have experienced myself today that I forget. I haven't made a tutorial video in a while. And I made one today, and what I find is that getting the video started, trying to record, I trip over my words like you wouldn't believe. There are like a million outtakes in every video. And it takes me a while to get into the rhythm, even though I'm talking every day, and even though I've done it, you know, now like many, many times. But after about halfway through the video, or a third of the way through the video, then things just flow. Then I stop making all the mistakes, and then things start to move a little bit faster. But every video takes twice as long as I think it should, especially in the filming process or recording process. But I just wonder if anybody's got stories like that in the chat. You can give us some motivation and let me know I'm not the only one who experiences that kind of thing, because I was shaking my head. Literally, I barely got the video done and uploaded half an hour before Tuber Chat started. I Am Betty J Gathers is up on the screen right now. This is a creator who's approaching 1,700 subscribers. I Am Betty J Gathers is a dear friend, somebody who cares very much about her YouTube journey and her community, and those of us in the, pardon me, Tuber Chat family. She's monetized, of course, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And what she's going to talk about is living your best life over 60 more than anything else. But I find that all of her content can be relatable to just about anybody. She does talk about a lot of healthy eating, healthy living, intermittent fasting, but she does a great job with her vlogs as well. She really gives us some insight into her day and into her life. She posts vlogs frequently, as you can see, every few days. ways, and hopefully everybody will catch those when you get there. She's always smiling, always laughing, always motivating, inspiring, and energetic. She's got quite a few shorts here that have moved now, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. That's got to feel good too, in my opinion, to have these shorts where you're literally like in the thumbnail, it's you talking and you're getting into 10,000 views on these. That's wonderful. And then live streams as well are frequent. This creator's on usually at least once a week, but she's also on with other people all the time. She'll hop into StreamYard panels and things like that. She is monetized, like I said, and I Am Betty J Gathers is likely responsible for hundreds of thumbs up in our live streams due to her energetic and friendly reminders. So let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. What we'll do right now is we'll go on break for 3 minutes for the first time today, and then we'll come back. We'll look at Marketplace Boutique. I see Jan Hines is in the house. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. All right, we're back and looking at Marketplace Boutique. IVB Creates, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Roadhog, forgive me, I saw you at the beginning. I didn't say hello. when you look, I'm just going to show you before we talk about Marketplace Boutique's content. When you're live streaming, for those of you who live stream, you'll notice I have a separate monitor here, so I'm just whipping my window over. This is how I keep up with the chat. I'm not able to catch everything, of course. I miss tons that goes on, but I do try to scan over the chat where possible or keep a little bit of an eye on it. But when you click the three dots up here at the top, this of course is when you're on a computer, but if I click the participant list, you'll notice that there's 30 people watching right now, but that is not 30 people in the chat, because the participant list takes your name away if you haven't chatted in like 1 minute or something like that. So people come in and out of your participant list all the time, and then it won't show you anybody that's watching and not chatting. Sometimes we have people who are waiting out that 20-minute time limit. It might be interesting for everybody to know that less than half the channels that ever click on a TuberChat thumbnail for the very first time don't make it in or stay past that 20 minutes. So that's just an idea. Jeremy and Cheryl, Cruise Adventures, good to see you in the house. That's Cruising is Fun Anytime with a second channel. I caught them for the morning show today. I think I was on Eddie Lugo's. I try to mix up the love between those channels. These are 3 different channels along with the muster drill that, do StreamYard panels together. So when I know creators regularly collaborate, I tend to mix up the love. So I'll go to Jeremy and Cheryl one time. I'll go to the Muster Drill the next day. I'll go to Eddie Lugo Studios. They're on almost every day. And Cruising is Fun Anytime is the second channel or original channel from Jeremy and Cheryl. When I find a few creators collaborating on a StreamYard panel and they're all simulcasting the stream at the same time, then I tend to go into the chat with the lowest number of viewers so that I can hopefully give them a little bit of a boost. Not always, but I'm just saying. And then, yes, Bass Fishing with Paul, good to see you in the house. I know we've got quite a few new channels in the TuberChat family, not just brand new today, but people who've been with us just for, once or twice or 3 times. And one of the things I don't talk about enough, but I hope to moving on, is the idea that what we do here helps when you make the first move most often. So what it comes down to is a conversation. Reaching out to creators one by one, letting them know that you want to support them, heading to their channel, doing all the things you wish they would do for you, knowing that they will turn around and do that for you afterwards. Rosie Wren, the Queen of YT Forever, thanks for coming in. She is very much known with Kid Wonder and happens to be a gold member right now. So we see Rosie Wren in the slides that run every single day at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and their link will be dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. Let's check on our robots right now. And pardon me, hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody in the chat. If I've missed anything anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I've noticed this glitch going on as well. Let me just show you something again on this window where I've got the chat here. Now, I just did a command that you have to do manually if you want to do something like this to check that the robots are working. I say robots, but I mean chatbots like Nightbot, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, and Botrix, right? And you'll notice that in the chat, it just said that TuberChat Connect and Grow said Botrix is in the house, but that is incorrect. That should have come from the Botrix account. So whether that's a glitch with Botrix or whether that's a glitch with YouTube, this is the 2nd or 3rd time that I've seen something like that. And I did one of those things, like when you ask a question to a puppy that can't understand English and they kind of look at you like, what is going on? That kind of thing. So hopefully YouTube will iron that out. They usually fix everything within a week or 2. There you go. Yeah, Scratching PPA. It was like, what on earth is that? So Marketplace Boutique is up on the screen right now. This is a creator who I have to say I'm happy to have in the TuberChat family. Not any more so than anybody else, you know what I mean. But this creator is going to help us with a very special idea and that is buying and selling online. I know almost everybody here is thinking about monetization, whether you're using YouTube as a possible stream or multiple streams of income, or whether you're using it to promote a business or project that is a stream of income for you already. Marketplace Boutique is going to help us with the idea of offline buying and selling. You could do it online as well, and then selling online, hopefully at a profit, particularly on platforms like eBay. Now, I do a lot of that work myself, or some, and have for many years now, and I can tell you that listing products and shipping products are easy things to learn and do. Only takes minutes once you've done it a couple of times. Marketplace Boutique will help with that, but where the magic really is and what they help us with the most is the idea of finding the right things to buy and then sell, hopefully at a profit, while giving somebody a good deal. One of the things they're able to do is find collections of things to buy and then separate them out to sell individually, and they come up with some really interesting ideas. I watched this video, these vintage pattern ideas. I forget if they were books or pads, she called them, I thought it was. But that was an interesting thing. So she'll give us insight as to things you can keep an eye out for. Let's say you go to auctions or garage sailing or to flea markets and things like that. You might find things that are unbeknownst to everybody else to be very valuable. Pick those things up and you can sell them on places like Letgo, other online marketplaces, or eBay, of course. So Marketplace Boutique is going to help with that. They've crossed 700 subscribers right now. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 we know they're going to be thinking about. Marketplace Boutique is also an incredibly supportive creator. I run into them constantly supporting others, and they support on all of my channels. Now, Marketplace Boutique as well has got a premiere coming up tonight, so we got a big night. Thursday's a big day. I was on earlier, and in between filming my video, and of course before that, I was into a bunch of live streams, and I cannot believe how much. It's like Thursday's the biggest day or something like that. It's carried over from like television. Some of you will remember when we used to watch television on cable more often or more frequently. Thursday night would be the prime time night where families get together. All the sitcoms were on, the late night shows had their feature guests and things like that. Lawn lifters, good to see you here. Ron's Keto Cafe, I've got you on the wheel. I feel like I'm missing a channel. I don't mean to miss anybody. Just Another Stitch is here. And there's our featured channel, Precious Gems, as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. And that's interesting. Yeah, there you go. Marketplace Boutique says those patterns really shocked them. But, you know, they give us insight as to what might really sell. They've also got some shorts on their channel. These have done spectacularly. 4,000, 8,000, 12,000, and a newer one at 18,000 views. So hopefully everybody will connect with Marketplace Boutique. They'll take us outdoors and show us how they find some of the things that they find to buy and sell as well. So let's spin the wheel. Rushing Wind Mountain, I got you on the wheel. Ron's Keto Cafe, look at that luck. You just got here a few minutes ago and I put you on the wheel and you came up right away. So we'll put you up on the screen right now. Again, if anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pardon me. I'm never drinking enough. One of the things we got to think about when we're live streaming is keeping hydrated as well. I hope that everybody's fairly authentic in front of a camera, but I know for sure we all change a little bit. Of course, I project my voice a lot more than I otherwise would and find myself screaming at the camera. Thank you, Backyard Trucker. I appreciate the kind words. We have an incredibly supportive community. But actually, this came from inspiration before I'd ever started Tuber Chat. Of course, I was on YouTube for a couple of years. When I was introduced to the small YouTuber community by a couple of longtime friends now, I was overwhelmed by the generosity of so many creators willing to support each other And they kind of brought me into the group as well and said, hey, let's introduce you to everybody. We're going to help each other grow. And then when I said, I want to do a channel that does what you do, they didn't say, no, go get your own. Go, don't do what we do. There's too many and all the other nonsense. They said, we'll help you build it. And they did. And you'll hear me tell those stories as well of some of our friends who've been with us since long before even the beginning of Tuber Chat, almost 4 years ago now. One more month until the 4-year anniversary, and episode 700 is coming up very soon as well. 10 more episodes. Ron's Keto Cafe says they were nervous on their first few videos. That's interesting because he's done now 700 of them, 777 videos. Ron's Keto Cafe does a lot of live streaming as well. I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've put out here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with the channel. Ron's Keto Cafe is going to bring us recipes and their life story, losing over 100 pounds on a keto-based diet and lifestyle. Shorts have just started. Live streams are frequent. He's usually on at least a couple of times a week. It's been another 3 weeks since I've caught you, but hopefully I'll catch you again shortly. I've got the notification bell on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. He's got a giveaway coming up. Outgoing Azzy is in the house, a very outgoing and energetic creator, and Scratch and PPA is known as a shining jewel here in the Tuber Chat family, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my over 6.5 years on YouTube now. Soon I'll have to say 7. I get to say 7 any minute now, as a matter of fact. Another week or so. And Scratch and PPA is a creator who not only is incredibly supportive, but also talented. His video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video that was 3.5 years ago. More than 3.5 years ago. Scratch and PPA is closing in on 2,000 subscribers. He's literally going to have it any day. And this creator is incredibly supportive to others. So he puts out a premiere every single week at 12:15 Eastern. And you will find one of the fastest rolling chats that you see in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Garden State Gardener or the Stock Explorer and a few others as well. It's very fast-paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of. Scratch and PPA pits 2 lottery tickets against each other in his lottery ticket scratching series called the Scratch Challenge. He gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, X, or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. His presentation is always at the forefront of his mind. He's got a bright, beautiful avatar that is matched by the content of the videos, and then a hint on those thumbnails about the giveaways that happen during his video series, and his banner is updated every single week, if you can imagine that as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. He has also expanded the content on his channel over the last many months. He took a trip to Italy and brought us a lot of vlogging style shorts videos where he took us around the different areas he visited and brought us a lot of lottery tickets from Italy as well, which we otherwise might not have seen. He also did his very first live stream and has threatened that at some point in the future he may and likely will do another pop-up live stream. So I know a lot of people will be excited to know that he's expanded the content on the channel. We've got our notification bell on, and hopefully we'll catch him when he does decide to pop up live again. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Corinne's life is coming up. She is also a beloved and dedicated moderator and happens to be a member as well. Now, I'm just scanning through the chat, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And I know another channel has come in. Phase Yoda King Naruto Luffy Goku is in the house, and the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden is here as well. And then thank you, Outgoing Azzy. Yeah, we're doing well for thumbs up, so thank you everybody for those. Welby's Travel. I don't think I actually said hello except for waving in the chat, but I do have you on the wheel as well. And then let's talk about Corinne's Life. This is a creator who's been another dear friend of over 3.5 years. She comes to us from Nova Scotia, and she brings us a channel that really does encompass everything that is Corinne's life. So she could be indoors, she could be outdoors, she might be cooking, cleaning, giving us a haul or an unboxing and product review video. She might take us on an adventure, even goes traveling, and now does a lot of ride-along live streams. Including another channel, which I'll show you in a quick second as well. This creator, of course, is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she also happens to be a small business owner. So many of you know the name Lighthouse and Anchor Designs. You've seen her merchandise pop up on many different creators' channels. Pardon me, she produces everything from hats to shirts to mugs like the ones I have in my hand every day. Christmas ornaments, vinyl stickers, and just about anything that can be printed. So she gives us a look behind the scenes at how the merchandise is made, and we can use this creator as a resource when it's time to think about merchandise for our own channels and businesses. It's a Cruise Life. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And when we look at Corinne's Life Shorts videos, we see that these have really moved into 17,000, one at 23,000, which might still be going, and 77,000 on a breakout shorts, which is great to see. And then live streams are frequent with this creator. She's one of the first to aggressively test out the vertical live system. It seems to have calmed down, in my opinion, for all the vertical live streams I've seen where people are actually trying to chase the boosts in viewers. I don't see a lot of jumps over the last several days, let's just say. But she had some great success starting with that. If you dig back just 3 weeks ago, a couple of these live streams got into 2,000 views and more. One of them at 6,000. Just incredible. While she was working and showing us some of that merchandise I was talking about. Maritime Dashcam is another channel she's got to bring us ride-along live streams as well as a lot of dash cam footage in and around Nova Scotia. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that in my catch-up list so I can stay caught up there. And then shorts on this channel have started, getting into thousands of views already. And then live streams are frequent, so we'll keep our notification bell on and hopefully catch her again when she decides to go live. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If I've missed anything that anybody has meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat. Connect and grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open, hopefully catch it the next time around. Precious Gems, thank you for that share, by the way. That's our featured channel for today. An incredibly supportive creator who I mentioned at the beginning of the stream that brings us graphic animations and pleasing music behind them as well. And then Ghostly Winds. We looked at this channel already, pardon me. So let's spin the wheel again. This is the creator again, responsible for naming the catch-up playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that kind of thing. CNS Travel, let's see what they've got going on. And that's a channel I'm still getting to know. As a matter of fact, they happen to be a member, of course, so we had put them on the wheel. I did, by the way, add a couple of sections to the wheel while we were gone on our first break. We'll do another one in another 5 minutes or so. But the wheel has now got a section on it called Add a Name. And what that means is when it comes up, which is completely random, of course, I will add a name to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And then I added another section called Clear the Wheel. I add one of those every break until it comes up. And that means that when that section is hit on the wheel, I will wipe all the names off the wheel, reload with any members that haven't been seen, and that speeds things up for us so we can get to more channels in the chat faster. I know not everybody can be here every single day or for hours at a time every time we stream, and I do appreciate every single moment, of course. but we do want to speed things up, and we always try to get through as many channels as we can in a 3-hour period. We can't always get to everybody, but we try, and we still got a long way to go today, another 2 hours or so. And yeah, we never know, bass fishing with Paul. So it really doesn't, here's a bit of a note for anybody that's fairly new. It honestly doesn't come down to who's here first. It comes down to who's having true conversation or engaging with others in the chat over the course of the stream. It is very possible for somebody to kind of be in the background or just be giving us, a thumbs up emoji once in a while and have them here for a couple of hours. Whereas somebody can come in then and within 20 minutes to half an hour get onto the wheel because they have engaged more often or more so. And I've got a robot in the background here. I say robot, but I mean ChatBot. And I'll show you the background of Streamlabs here. This has got a system that keeps statistics, pardon me, and it just happens to be more so than simply time spent, including engagement in the chat. And if I refresh my page, you'll see that actually Backyard Trucker is right at the top of the list right now. So as long as you're able to keep that up for as long as you're here, you have the best chance of being the first channel chosen. And I've got, like I said, a section on the wheel that lets me choose one early so that we don't have everybody having to wait for an hour and a half or 2 hours, however long it's going to be. But the truth is, and forgive the long speech again, but I haven't said this in a while, the magic of Tuber Chat and this channel really comes down to the chat. It has nothing to do with me as the host. That's why I called it Tuber Chat, not Tuberman or Tuber Guy or Tuber Fun or any other name we could have come up with, because the magic happens in the chat between creators. And I'm lucky that I happen to have been right 3.5 years ago, but the foresight was to predict that we would do another growth stream. That's what streams like this are called for the most part, but with a focus on friendships, because I understand that when creators meet each other, trade favors, collaborate, and all the other things we do here, friendships flourish, and this is where everybody gets a true, solid, and strong foundation for their channel. As you build friends, you'll have people who will be there that really care about your YouTube journey and will help you move faster than you otherwise would have. So I know a lot of that probably goes without saying. Kaiser Gaming YT, thank you. And then I think, actually, forgive me, Kaiser Gaming YT, I feel like I always forget to put you on the wheel, but Chris's Clever Craft, I believe, has a membership, so I want to make sure I get you on there. If any of our members are not added to the wheel, and should be, just please don't be afraid to give me a nudge. Sometimes there are glitches with YouTube. I thought over the last couple of streams I saw a couple of glitches where names were not coming up in the green color they're supposed to. So if anybody notices that, just please mention that. And then thank you, Lawn Lifters, for that thumbs up. And CNS Travel. So let's see what they've got going on their channel for today. CNS Travel is enthusiastic about creating memories with the loved ones that they have and assisting us in creating memories that will last a lifetime as well. And then it's not only about location, but the people you travel with, I'm sure. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they come to us through our travel and cruising community, which has really started to thrive over the last year after the pandemic and things started to open up in the travel industry. Again, we've got a lot more cruising content, and I'm always happy to see a bit of that. I was lucky enough to work on a cruise ship once a million years ago for one summer. CNS Travel has got some shorts here that have gotten into now over 1,000 views. One of them's at 1,700, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. They've done a couple of these in the past couple of months. We'll see if they're going to keep those going. And we've got our notification bell on for every single channel to give us the best chance of catching them when they do. Mr. Jack Reaper, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Pretty Witty and Risky is another creator who's here with us just about every single day. They are a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. M&T Living and Cooking just came up. I'm going to get that channel ready. We'll go on a break. We'll come back in 3.5 minutes. We'll talk about their content, and again, if anybody, if I've missed anything that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment in the chat, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat, Connect, and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Tales Told in the Dark, good to see you here. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Big Dude, good to have you here as well. Forgive me, I know you were live earlier today. I wasn't able to make it in there. That's a creator that wants to inspire us in a spiritual way. I'm hoping I catch you live again soon, but it's good to have you here. Let's go for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back with M&T Living and Cooking. All right, we're back and we're looking at M&T Living and Cooking. I'm just going to add another section to the wheel here. I always add one of those clear the wheel sections every time we go on one of those breaks, and that's just to help us speed things up. So I've got the wheel just about ready to go. M&T Living and Cooking, you heard me mention earlier because I talked about them with Canadian Family Life being the two first channels that we know of to be monetized under the new restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time. Now, M&T Living and Cooking's been monetized a while, so you can support them with super chats and memberships when you get there. They are working on 1,900 subscribers, and you'll see a lot of variety here. The family gets involved in a lot of RC car racing. They're out taking adventures with each other. Looks like we've got some shopping videos, lots of cooking videos. Some of these have done really well also, and as much indoor as outdoor content on the channel. They got some shorts here, and some of these have really done well, getting into over 5,000 views on plenty of them. They've got one at 20,000, which is great to see, and a newer one at 50,000 views. I saw that today, by the way. I love salmon. That looks fantastic. And then live streams on the channel. I just caught them a few days ago, but they're live frequently, so lately frequently. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, put that notification bell on. And M&T Living and Cooking have been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for a long time now. Izzy Pop, and slow climb to 1.5K. Thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, I'm going to put their channel up on the screen right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment and see if I can catch that channel by its name. So I have to let YouTube know I'm looking for a channel, but it seems to be rising up the search results already. They just renamed it. And then when going live from YouTube, how do you add a thumbnail? It is difficult to do while you're live because you've got to either use another window or something to try to sneak that thing on there if you just go live and add the thumbnail afterwards. So my suggestion, when possible in almost every case, is to schedule out everything you do in advance, whether it's a live stream or a premiere, or even a shorts video. If you upload something and get it into the system, whether it's private, unlisted, or you've got it set as a premiere or future live stream, you're giving YouTube's servers and algorithm an opportunity to catalog all of the meta information that's in the background, like your tags, your description, your title, so that when you go live or publish your video, YouTube knows where to put it. When you just pop on, it's not quite, I can't prove that I'm right about this when I say this. There's no way to do that. I'm not a Google engineer. But you can imagine that going live right on the spot without preparing, as opposed to scheduling a live stream with a description, title, tags, thumbnail, and everything else, obviously gives YouTube more of a chance to get it set in advance and put it in the right place, where when you just pop on, it's got to do it instantly. So these are just ideas. Again, not saying I'm right, but you know what I mean. So that's my suggestion. Otherwise, you got to put the thumbnail on afterwards or use another device, which can be a bit of a headache as well. So I try to schedule them in advance. I know it's not always possible for everybody to do that and plan, but if you can, that would be my suggestion. But thank you, Laura Farrell. Good. Thank you for the question. And forgive me for not being certain if this is your first time with Superchat, but for anybody that's brand new today, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Butler Family Farm just dropped a super chat right after Izzy popped there, so thank you for that. Jerry sniped the stream boss position, so that's the video game life meter under my camera you see here. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock them out and take over gets some extra exposure, and we'll see that for a little while. He's done that many times before, so thank you for that. Super chats and things like that, absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, of course, but we will get Butler Family Farm up onto the screen next. And then let's have a look at what Izzy Pop's got going on. Creative Beauty Butterfly is in the house. I caught them live again yesterday. Was it yesterday or was it today? I think it was yesterday. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. They happen to be a member. And let's look at what Izzy Pop's got going on. Now, they tell us in their About page that they're planning to bring us great variety and a diverse collection of content. And they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're working on 1,500 subscribers. When we get into their videos, we see that lately they've been putting up these elaborate animations with pleasing music in the background. And this creator's got a spectacular looking avatar and a banner to match. And of course, the thumbnails lately as well are all basically in line. And shorts on this channel bring pure variety. These have gotten into 1,600 views and beyond, one over 13,000 as a breakout shorts video, and then live streams. They're live frequently. I caught them yesterday, and they often have StreamYard panels. Literally on this channel, the conversation can go anywhere. I know I say that often, but that's absolutely the truth with Izzy Pop. I don't even know if they start with a subject some of the time. They just hop on and the conversation starts going. For anybody that hasn't gone live yet and is thinking about it, if you're thinking about going live, but you're held back because you wonder, what on earth am I going to talk about? How am I going to keep talking for half an hour, or even longer? I promise you, anybody that live streams here in the chat will agree that the chat will help keep it going. Once you've got even one person in your live chat to talk to, they will ask questions and notice everything behind you, like all the new stuff that I got behind me here and everything else. So you'll always have something to talk about. And then it's as simple as just saying, like, hey, the weather was whatever it was today. What did you do this morning? What did you just eat? Where are you going to go? What's the plan for tomorrow? Any of that stuff sparks conversation, and then it just takes right off. Thank you. Just Jason Keto and more is going to be live in about 20 minutes. And we will likely still be on after he finishes today. But Just Jason Keto and more is an incredibly supportive creator. Now, anybody, of course, is always free to come in and out of the chat as often as they would like. That's what we're supposed to be doing when we're supporting other channels, by the way. Izzy Pop, thank you, by the way, for that gifted membership. I know Andy from AceFlaw1 will be happy to have that. I'm going to put them onto the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But we will get to more names from our chat list soon enough. And it's open to everybody always. So, Butler Family Farm is up on the stream, up on the screen right now. Jerry was actually the first one in the door today, and thank you for another super chat. He's our stream boss now. This channel is really Jerry and Susan together, and they share the camera work. They share the do-it-yourself or show us around videos that they do on their channel. They have got 116 acres of farmland that they look after, and they show us all the ins and outs of all the different things they have to do. They bring us into their home, of course, and then they also give us a chance to get to know them in some live streams. I'll show you that in a moment. They've got a lot of livestock here. Bees will be there anytime now. They had those last year, and then cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, and chickens, along with some cats and dogs, of course. And they show us everything that they need to do, as well as a lot of work in the shop, as well as they bring us homesteading content, like in the kitchen as well. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 12,000 views and beyond, one at 25,000. Some of their newest shorts are the ones that are really popping, which is great. And then live streams as well. They're live every Monday night. Forgive me, I don't know if I said it the other day. I'm sorry I missed the Monday night stream. I meant to be there. I think I was driving right at the time that you were on, but I forget if I'm right about that. Butler Family Farm is live every week, though, on Monday nights. They do a lot of StreamYard panels. They've got tons of friends and other influential creators to introduce us to. They also give us a chance to get to know them. There's Jerry and Susan together right there, but they also head out to a lot of meetups in real life, if we want to call it that, like the Ozarks meetup and the Mid-America meetup from last year that had 80 channels worth of creators and supporters. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm, and they too are monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. I'm going to grab this other video here, the trees clean up, and I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. I always get stressed out. I get that like sinking feeling when I see huge piles of firewood like this, because it was like the nemesis of my teenage years, if that makes any sense. We had a wood stove in the house, And I can't imagine what a brat I might have been to my parents trying to get me to bring firewood in for those fires, until one day my father, I vaguely remember, but snapped, because he used to have to snap. I don't like to be told what to do, right? And then he goes, well, you like having fires, don't you? Yeah, I do. I would come home from school, and every single day when I was old enough to start the fires by myself, and even with nobody else home, I was so excited. So I'd have a fire every day if the weather was cold. I'm in around Toronto in Niagara Falls, Canada. I live in Niagara Falls now, but I grew up in Toronto. But the weather here can get quite cold, so that wood stove was a godsend and something I enjoyed. Judgment Day, Mike Harper, good to see you here. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is Charlene Heal with a second channel. Let me get them onto the wheel. Pretty Witty and Risky is up right now. They're going to bring us a lot of lottery ticket scratching and some slot gameplay. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Just Jason Keto and Moore's kind of making a bit of a last call right now for Swap and Playlist. He's going to be live in 15 minutes, and then he might be back after. When we do a live stream like this where we crash right into his time slot, he usually comes back in afterwards if he can. And if we ever do this and we end up with Just Jason Keto live after us, we'll raid in. So next week we've actually got that planned. Big day next Thursday. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has got a pre-birthday stream, so a birthday celebration, and then Tuber Chat will be on, and then we're going to raid in to Just Jason Keto and More for a 2,000 subscriber celebration and a giveaway. Jevin Richardson, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody will be willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Pretty Witty and Risky is up here right now, and let's see what they've got going on their channel. So a lot of lottery ticket scratching, like I was talking about, a bit of slot gameplay as well, which is great to see. A huge win. So hopefully everybody will check that video out. Shorts on the channel bring some more lottery ticket scratching, and some of these have now gotten into 2,000 and over 3,000 views. And then live streams from Pretty Witty and Risky. I believe I've caught them a couple of times already. Yes, I have. And just a few days ago, they got another one coming up tomorrow. So hopefully we'll catch that as well. And Pretty Witty and Risky is here with us just about every day, but I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. So again, for anybody that's brand new to Tuber Chat, our instructions are always in our video description for how to connect with other creators thoroughly so that they will connect back to you. And it usually starts by making the first move. Most of the creators who've been with us for months or for years will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat right away. They sometimes take several days or weeks or even months to connect. They want to make a judgment call as to whether you might be a loyal and dedicated supporter before they connect, because they've been at this for a long, long time, and they judge that based on what everybody does in the live chat, let's just say. Judgment Day, Mike Harper, thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that countless times before. And again, Butler Family Farm did the same thing. Izzy Pop did that, and then they gifted a membership as well. So thank you, everybody, for all that generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. But Judgment Day, Mike Harper will be next up. AR Patriot 1776. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I just ran into them like an hour ago or something. Maybe it was longer ago than I thought. Maybe it was a few hours ago today, this afternoon. For me, I'm in Eastern time zone, of course, but I just ran into them supporting other creators today. I forget which live stream it was. P&J's Homestead Adventure is up here right now with 515 subscribers, so they have to be excited about crossing that 500 mark. And then they bring us a lot of homesteading variety in content. There's a combination of indoor content and a lot of outdoor content on this channel, and then they've got some shorts as well. Some of these have started to really move into 1,000, almost 2,000, well over 2,200 and over 2,500 now. the ramble stream. And then you're making me laugh. And then P&J's Homestead Adventure hopefully will push towards the 600 subscribers they're thinking about. They're here with us just about every single stream. If anybody wants a swap playlist, like I was mentioning with Just Jason Keto and more there, just please simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Judgment Day Mike Harper, let's get you up on the screen. They dropped a super chat. They've done that countless times before. And we always put super chatters up on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And after a long period of time, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream, if that makes sense. So, pardon me while I clean up my wheel here. 2B Irish Live is on there. 2BI Live. And then Judgment Day Mike Harper is up here right now. This creator gives us a chance to get to know them more than anything else. They actually have some information on their About page to get to know them as well. They've gotten into a little bit of video gameplay here, and they've gotten into the latest video just about a week ago, so hopefully they'll put another one up shortly. Some DVD reviews on the channel as well, and they've got a second channel I'll show you in a moment. They got some shorts over here, over 1,000 views on one of them, which is great, and then live streams as well, where we get a chance to get to know Michael Harper. I'm going to pull up his second channel. It's Michael W. Harper. And when we look at his second channel, we're going to see that this creator has 57 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards that first 100, and then more DVD reviews over here. Another chance to get to know Michael Harper a little bit better. And then when we get into shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into 400 views and beyond. Hopefully we'll see some more. But Judgment Day Mike Harper is here with us just about every single day. I know not everybody can be here every day or for hours at a time every time we stream. I do appreciate every moment. And then I know we've got a couple of friends that run a stream in the background as well. Our dear friend Jaden might be watching today. He often is. 2B Irish Live, look at that luck. You just came in. I put you on the wheel, and you came up on the screen right away. Thank you again, Judgment Day Mike Harper. And I see Mark the Shark is in the house. Good to have you here. And Pete's on the music channel attacking me while I'm not there. We're gonna, for anybody that hasn't already seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Superchat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. We have a separate channel set up for that. And there's a virtual nightclub going on. There's a video game going where everybody can participate in the chat. And we often, you'll have to see to know what I'm talking about. We're right in there after Tuber Chat in another hour and a half or so, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. we're basically, I appreciate all the time, especially Scratch and Pete tries to be there as often as he can, which is most of the time. And we're often either attacking each other or destroying the whole place. So thank you for that. You're making me laugh again. When we look at 2B Irish Live, we see a creator, obviously, that's going to come to us from Ireland. I'm just going to grab, actually, one of their latest videos here from 4 minutes ago. They just put this up. It's another cooking video. So I've got that in my catch-up list. I know it's a little bit of a shorter one, but well, I'll catch a longer one next time, I'm sure. And then this creator as well has got some shorts on their channel. I'll go back to the videos in a quick second here. Now, some of the shorts have done well, getting into 2,500, 3,400 views and beyond. When we dig through here, we see a lot of video gameplay here. I've seen that game before, that War of Thunder. And then when we dig through the content, more cooking videos, a lot of outdoor adventure videos, and this creator gives us a chance to get to know them. But they are very known for leaving considerate comments on videos and things like that as well. You can tell that people sometimes are really paying attention and really engaging with the content, with the comments that they leave. you know, a lot of creators run videos, some of them watch videos. We all probably have to do a combination of both, but it's nice when a creator puts a moment into that kind of thing. So hopefully I'll catch you for a live stream again. I thought I just caught you, but it was a long time ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one if you're going to keep these going. They were live just a week ago. And I've got the notification bell on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Thank you, AR Patriot, and hopefully we will see you again shortly. Just Jason Keto and More's coming up right now. This creator is about to go live literally in 8 minutes from now. So, they'll likely be on and off while we're live right now, but anybody's free to go in and out of the chat, of course. You know, that's what we're supposed to be doing here while we're connecting with each other. I hope everybody will go over there and connect with Just Jason Keto and More. This will be an interesting video to see. Keto is not for everyone. He talks about a keto-based diet or lifestyle on his channel, particularly thinking about healthy eating and healthy living. He's got an entire community around his channel of motivating and inspiring people, both on screen with him for interviews when they share their life experiences, and in the chat if you can catch him for a premiere or live stream. He is known as the Chaffle King around here. He is very well known for a lot of recipes when it comes to these chaffles. We saw that from Canadian Family Life's channel earlier today. They got a prize from a giveaway that Just Jason Keto and More did, giving away one of the chaffle makers where they make a lot of these recipes. Now, one of the things that I really like about what Just Jason Keto and More is doing on his channel is when I use the word recipe, what I'm referring to with him are simple, easy recipes with only a few ingredients that are quick, and usually quick and easy to make. I can't stress that enough. Now, this creator also gives us product reviews and helps us make sense of a lot of the ingredients we're going to find on products that are marketed toward a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He does a lot of product reviews as well, like I said, and then he'll literally head out hundreds of miles away to bring us informative content. He was at Keto Palooza last year. He plans to be back this year. This creator as well has got some shorts videos, and there's a hint here because some of the healthy looking grilling shorts have done really well, getting into thousands of views, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, and one breakout shorts over 22,000. I've seen this one, and it's as entertaining as it is informative. So when we get into live streams, we see he's got a couple set up because he's going to go live in a few minutes here. And then he's got a special 2,000 subscriber celebration and giveaway next week. We're going to raid in right after Tuber Chat. And this creator as well is monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When you dig through the thumbnails, you'll see sometimes Jason is giving us conversation behind the camera, and then sometimes he's got guests on the stream. But when you participate in the chat, you'll find a great support system around his channel as well. He says, if you started today, imagine where you could be this time next year. And I had the pleasure of actually meeting that creator in person. He only lives a couple hours away from me, and I managed to be around his hometown just a month ago or so. So a special section has come up on the wheel right now. I always put one called Add a Name. And what that means is it's time for me to add a name out of our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And we will do that right this second. Let me just spin while I look for a name. We'll get somebody else ready to go on the screen right now. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Lisa J. Stocks brings us a ton of financial information, so I'll talk about that in a moment. Scully's House of Thrillers, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then thank you, Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook. Hopefully I'll catch you afterwards as well. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Jevin Richardson, pardon me, I probably should. It's probably time for me to get rid of that timer message that comes through the chat. There's an example right there. It says TuberChat Connect and Grow, but that's actually coming from another robot. So I wonder if that's Botrix with either a glitch or a feature where it's able to plug into your original account, which I don't know quite how I feel about that just yet. But I'm going to probably wipe that message out because I just made a small change to the wheel in January. It was only there for a few weeks, and then I changed it right back. So I'll probably wipe that out, but I certainly don't want to confuse anybody. And then let's see what I'm going to do about adding a name onto the wheel. Becoming Vermont is going to be added right now, and that gets them on there a little bit faster than they otherwise might have been. After a little while, another probably half hour to an hour, I'll add some more names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. We'll get through as many channels as we can in the next hour and a half. Coastal Water, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Another incredibly supportive creator. Happens to be a member. I'll put her on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then we'll get back to spinning in another moment here. We'll see who's coming up next. And when we look at the channel on the screen, we see Lisa J. Stocks. This is a creator who's going to help us with our finances, particularly talking about the stock markets, but they get into everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like dollar cost averaging and dividends. And I didn't see the latest video, Tech Giants update, so we'll see what they predict is going to be ahead for these. There's a lot going on right now with app stores and everything else. They're having to change all kinds of behind-the-scenes things. When we look at Lisa J. Stocks, we see a creator that's working on 2,800 subscribers, and I'm very grateful to have a creator like this. We've got a few financial channels in the TuberChat family now that help us because for most of us, probably 99% or more, we have monetization on our minds for our YouTube channels or the businesses behind them. Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us with our finances. So the idea then is, wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the revenue that's going to come through from our monetization? So Lisa J. Stocks will help with that. They talk about their own portfolio. They bring on guests to the channel for live streams to literally have conversation and describe portfolios that they use, strategies, asset allocation, and much more. And she'll talk about all the different terminology as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Lisa J. Stocks has got some shorts here, and these have gotten into 5,700, 7,500 views and beyond. And a lot of this is bite-sized information with a little bit of variety to go with it. She talks about, in her About section, saving, investing, building wealth, and staying out of debt together. So hopefully everybody will connect with her and get some of that informative content for yourself. And then with Reddit, yes, thank you, Lisa J. Stocks. Reddit is, for anybody that hasn't seen it yet, almost everybody should have heard of it. It's just another social network. It's been around a long time. And it's actually responsible. A community on Reddit is responsible for the EB Games, GameSpot. Is that right? Is that the right name for that? In Canada, it was EB Games. I think it's called Game... I feel like I'm getting the name of the company wrong, but their stock blew up because of a Reddit group, actually, so it's interesting. But Reddit is just another social network. The way I describe it is usually similar to Facebook groups. You put a post or post a link or an image or something, and then a whole conversation can happen about it afterwards. Reddit's been there a long time, and in 2022, I was in the top 9% of Reddit users on the planet for sharing on Reddit. So I was excited about that. I don't think I made the top 10% this year somehow. But Reddit is very easy and quick to share with. It's as fast as Twitter. And that's the reason I use it all the time. Not to mention, it's not something that not everybody is using. It's not seeming to be as popular with our family here, the TuberChat family, as things like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So I use that, and most of you have seen that before I hop into a premiere, a live stream, and 99% of the time I'm sharing out on Reddit. And Derpy Playground, good to see you here. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel in a second. Coastal Water is going to be the next channel we're going to look at. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Oh, I can't type today. Coastal Water, there you go. I still didn't get it right, but there it is. Coastal Water's up on the screen. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is going to be added to the wheel right now. We're going to go on break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come right back and we'll talk about Coastal Water. All right, we're back. We're going to look at Coastal Water in a quick second. Her husband, Backlash Fisherman, is in the chat as well. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. Derpy Playground said they use one of our copyright-free music songs in one of their videos, so I'll look forward to seeing that. But I'm going to pull your channel up right after Coastal Water, because Derpy Playground just dropped a super chat as well. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. But I just wanted to show everybody something for a quick second here. If you haven't already seen Reddit yet, I should warn everybody, it can be an extremely toxic place. I almost associate the word troll with Reddit because it can get really evil. As an example, when I first started posting YouTube videos on Reddit, I put a hotel review that I had done into a travel subreddit and into a subreddit for my province, and I just got slammed and hammered by all kinds of people. You shouldn't post this, get out of here, fake advertising, and blah, blah, blah. Holy smokes. So what I decided to do was start a subreddit just for us. And of course it's called Superchat to go along with the channel, but everybody's free to post your videos there. And what happens is Reddit is very much a search engine also. So it's pure links, articles, or posts and images and videos and things like that. And what happens is when you post something on Reddit, there's a chance people are going to find it because of Reddit's typical algorithm. Not much different than when you post something on Facebook, let's just say. And it can be seen by people who aren't already connected to you in any way, which is great. And I have heard from a few creators they've had success when we've shared things on Reddit, particularly with gaming channels. They seem to do really well. I'm assuming that that's because if I post a link for a video about Fortnite, there's, probably 1 million people on Reddit playing Fortnite or looking for Fortnite right that minute. But that's just an idea. And then, yes, Reddit can be known for rabbit holes as well. So there can be some not suitable for work content on there. You have to be careful about parenting filters and things. But when used only in the way that I'm talking about, it can be fine. And like I said, you can draw in some extra activity. The only people who are really going to find your content there are people who are searching for what you're posting. So let's say in the case of Coastal Water, she does a lot of cooking. She might be cooking a family dinner, or let's say St. Patrick's Day meal might have just passed or something like that. Somebody looking for St. Patrick's Day meal, or somebody just seeing a list of all different random things all over Reddit might, come across that and say like, oh, St. Patrick's Day meal, yeah, that's coming this weekend. I need to get that. I know it was last week, but you know what I mean. And that's an example, if that makes any sense. So, cautiously, anybody can get into Reddit and you'll see pretty quickly what I'm talking about. But I wanted to make a safe space for us. And on that note, we also have a Facebook group where anybody's free to post their videos there as well. And then, so, Feathered Friends Homestead, good to see you here. Coffee Walks and Whatever is in the house. Forgive me if I've missed any channels coming into the chat. And if anybody's mentioned something that you meant for me to see that I missed, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. What I often recommend to people as well is when it comes to social media, I've been on social media from the beginning. I've been on the internet since it kind of came around. I was a young teenager at the time, and I was lucky enough to have a family computer, which happened to be a Mac at the time. But I bought the modem for the computer because I was so enthralled by the internet and social media that followed. What I recommend to anybody now, like it has become a lot of work. A long time ago, we used to just have an email address and a website. So you have to update your website, you have to check your email. Then Friendster and MySpace and things like that came along, and then we had to check our profiles every day and our direct messages on those platforms. Then Facebook obviously came, and now we've got things like Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat and Pinterest and LinkedIn, and the list goes on and on and on. And YouTube's been there most of that time as well. But think about all the different work we have to do. So every new social network that you add yourself to is going to end up likely in some way, shape, or form being more time out of the day. So I recommend to people to start by using the networks that you like. If you like TikTok, then you'll have the best success on TikTok. If you like Twitter or X, you'll have the best success over there. If you find yourself with an extra moment of time every week, then you can post your videos on other networks, because you might get a little bit of activity. And, you know, the old saying, it's not an old saying, but, you know, it would make sense that if you post links to your videos in 10 different places, you have the potential of driving more views for that reason. Because even if you only get 2 views or 3 views or 5 views from 10 different places, you're talking about 10, 20, 30, or 50 views, right? So that's just an idea. I know it goes without saying, but I thought I'd say it anyway. Jeemlin, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome, and hopefully anybody that is brand new today is also feeling welcome here. Everybody here will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then let's look at Coastal Water. So this is a creator, like I said, her husband's in the chat too, Backlash Fisherman. They are both generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. Coastal Water has recently updated their banner and their avatar, but they've been a friend now here in the Superchat family, along with their husband, Backlash Fisherman, for what I believe is about 2.5 years. They were two of the first channels to come in through our homesteading community and friends, and I have grouped a lot of creators together there, like farming, ranching, gardening, fishing, hiking, camping, and just about anybody that wants to bring us outdoor content, because a lot of these creators have similar generosity in their personalities, wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. So Coastal Water brings us a lot of content from in the home. She does a series called Cooking with Coastal. That can be videos or live streams. And then she also takes us out on adventures. Occasionally she'll do a product review or an unboxing. Shorts videos are random on the channel, but they've gotten into 3,400 and one at 10,000 views, which is great to see. That must be a fairly new one. I think I saw it once before, but I could be mistaken. And then live streams on the channel as well. Sometimes she's doing these car confessions, which is a ride-along live stream. Her husband does the same thing. If we go through enough of these, we'll see them together. But they take us about their day. They take us on adventures and give us a chance to get to know them. And Cooking with Coastal is the series where she might be cooking up a meal. And it's interesting because this creator and her husband share responsibilities all the way around the family, actually. They both spend an abundant amount of time thinking about the family itself, and then as well, both of these creators share responsibilities in the kitchen. They do some similar content. Backlash Fisherman is a fishing channel first. He'll take us fishing in every way that you can. He's got some shorts here that have started to really move as well. 3,000, almost 4,000, one over 6,000. And then live streams. Now, he does a lot of different series here. He might do a StreamYard panel or a hobby hangout type of video. He does fishing with Backlash, and then ride-along live streams like we saw from his wife, Coastal Water. You often see them together when we dig through a lot of the thumbnails. And then Cooking with Backlash, where he's in the kitchen doing the same thing we just saw. So I think this is really, really cool and wonderful that a husband and wife with separate channels are supporting each other wholeheartedly. They're getting towards 1,600 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,600 we know they're thinking of. Of course, Backlash Fisherman is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. The 70s Culture, thank you so much for the super chat. And recruiters, yes, I suppose anything's possible. Yeah, it's too bad. But yeah, AOL emails. That's interesting. I was on CompuServe and AOL afterwards. I was on CompuServe, and then my sister got AOL, and then I had to have AOL. So I had both of them, and I started working at a very young age. So I would always have not a lot of money, but a little bit of money. So I would, like bug my mom, can you put these on your credit card, and I'll pay, and this and that. And so I was able to have both. But I was using my CompuServe for the longest time. And then have gotten in. I got a long time ago into like 1990 or something like that, buying my first domain. Might have been a few years after that, but somewhere around there. I was enthralled with the idea of websites, and I developed websites for a good 10 years. Derpy Playground, forgive me, I missed your channel. I should have put you on the screen because you dropped that super chat earlier. Luckily, Scratch and PPA caught that mistake. They've done that many times before. Meaning Derpy Playgrounds dropped super chats many times before, and Scratch and PPA has got my mistakes a million times before. If we counted, it would probably be a million. I promise you, I make as many mistakes as anybody. Tamika Davis is an incredibly supportive channel. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. They're a supporter right now, but we want to be ready for if they're going to start posting content, we'll be ready to support them. So Derpy Playground, your channel's up next for sure. The 70s Culture is up right now. Forgive me, I never watched that video yet. I saw the thumbnail for this and I was like, this is the perfect video for me. The history of the desktop computer. I've watched, I can't tell you how many of these videos before we even started our YouTube journey. Like out of interest. I am fascinated because if you can imagine, I was too young to have acquired an Atari system. One of my grandmothers, when I was quite young, when the Atari system was, a few of my friends had them, she made me a deal, and it was 200 Canadian dollars at the time, if I remember right. And she said, if you can come up with $100, I'll give you the other $100 to have it. But you got to do it, and I never did. It's I was making $5 a week in allowance from my parents, and occasionally shoveling snow or cutting grass if I'd even started doing that by then for $5 at a time. So coming up with $100 and not dropping your money on candy and quarters at the arcade was really difficult for a 10, 11, or 12-year-old kid. But I did eventually start, after working a little bit more, have a Nintendo and Sega and things. My parents were kind of cool because they put us into a lot of different things. I was always in activities. I was actually a Boy Scout, believe it or not. I was also in hockey in the winters, baseball in the summers, and they would send us to different camps and things like that a couple of times to like a daytime Bible camp kind of a thing. Not that we're overly religious, but we did. And a computer camp more than once. I actually went to a camp at 14 years old where you literally go for 2 weeks. You do canoeing and all the other activities outdoors. And it was supposed to be a computer-based camp, but there was like almost no computer stuff in there. But it was still a life-changing experience, so I was happy for it. But I had worked on Commodore PETs, and a couple of my dad's friends had me working on Apple computers back in the days of Apple II Plus and Apple IIc and Apple IIe and things like that. And I was just mesmerized. I was programming computers at 10 years old to put my name in different colors on the screen, and that was cool. So I dropped it for a long time, and then I picked up into computers again somewhere around, I guess it was working on computers in the early 90s, but we had a family computer, and I would use it for music and other things when I was 15, 16, 17 years old. Elevate with Vern is in the house, a beloved and dedicated moderator known as my YouTube BFF. I had met her 4 years ago, beyond 4 years ago now. And she is known as now, not to mention a motivationalist, a public speaker, and somebody who is all knowledgeable about all things YouTube, and was very much responsible for the inspiration behind this channel here right now. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. I've got her channel on the wheel. We'll get to that in a moment. Forgive all the story time today. I broke into that because I saw this computer. But I'm looking forward to this video. So the 70s culture, I've got that in my catch-up list now. I'm going to make sure to watch that. I've been looking forward to seeing what you did with that. And their channel is dedicated to the 1970s. So that will fit right in there. And then more videos on the channel. They'll give us an example of what to expect on their About section, just a short paragraph there. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,600, even 2,700 views. And I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, and so I'll be able to relate to a lot of the content on the channel. But the 70s culture is actually known as Now It's Dark. I almost was not going to remember to put that channel up. Now It's Dark is a channel with, let me look, yes, 9,700 subscribers. So we already know this channel. They've been a part of the Superchat family for a long time. Long enough for me to forget how long, as a matter of fact, well beyond a year. So when we look at the latest video, I'm going to take this. It's a movie review, put that in my catch-up list. They do horror and more on this channel. They give us an insight as to what to expect in their About section. They got shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into, wow, lots of views, 60,000, 125,000, and I think this is the biggest one in the Superchat family at 11 million views, which is great to see. So this creator is working on 9,800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, and that's the 70s culture with a original channel or second channel. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I'm going to try to move faster through channels now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give a thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Derpy Playground is up here right now, and this is an interesting channel because they let us know this is a junior high student that loves to create a variety of creative content, including gaming, simulations, building and sinking cardboard ships like the Titanic and other related things. So when we dig through their content, we're going to find quite a bit of variety. One of the things they've gotten into now is a lot of these duck races. And some of you have seen this. Many creators use this for shout-outs and things like that. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos. I'm assuming that this is the video that they're talking about. They said they used the copyright-free music in a video, unless it's in a shorts, but I'll let them let me know. She-Devil Adventures, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And when we look at the shorts on the channel, we see that Derpy Playground has gotten into 8,000, 12,000, and one of them, breakout shorts, over 44,000 views, which is great to see. Live streams, they've done a couple of times. We'll see if those are going to continue. And this creator is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and they've been with us for what I believe is about a year now, it seems. And thank you again for the Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, the 70s culture. Thank you for that as well. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. My Clear the Wheel section is coming up, and what that means is I'm going to wipe all the names off the wheel right now and reload with any of the members that have not been seen already, and that speeds things up so I can start adding names out of our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. So we're going to go for 3.5 minutes. We're going to come back and we'll look at my YouTube BFF, which is Elevate with Vern. And let's go for 3.5 minutes. All right, we are almost back. We're looking at Elevate with Vern. I wiped out the wheel there. My clear the wheel section came up. So it's just about time for me to add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead, good to see you in the house. Elevate with Vern is known as my YouTube BFF. And it's an interesting story, so I'll try to keep it brief. I'll try. But basically what happened is I met this creator probably closer to 4.5 years ago now. And I had already been on YouTube for a couple of years before I found the small YouTuber community. What happened is a couple of creators introduced me to some of their friends. Elevate with Vern was one of those. And these creators were of the mentality, come with us. We're going to introduce you to all of our friends. Everybody supports everybody. And I was inspired by the generosity of these creators, the willingness to help each other, because never before in my life, online or offline, had I seen so much willingness between creators to support each other. I used to hang out in Elevate with Vern's live streams and watch her videos and things like that as I became a part of the community, but she was very much an influencer. And with leadership qualities, of course. So I was immediately drawn to her. And over the course of many months, we built a friendship, and she was very much inspiring in the idea behind Superchat. And I say this all the time, but when I said to these creators, you know, I'm going to start another channel, but I'm going to do what you guys do, and I'm going to help people connect. I'm going to do a growth stream, but I'm going to focus on friendships. I'm going to call it Superchat. They didn't say don't do it. They didn't say go do something else. Don't copy us. There's too many and blah, blah, blah. They said we'll help you build it. And sure enough, they did. And to this day, you can see after 689 episodes of Superchat, Elevate with Vern, and a few other creators like Be Amazing Sylvia, the Soldier Family Network, Ace Flaw 1, who we saw in the chat today, Jeremy D-Day, and several others are still with us as often as they can be, supporting other creators and this channel to this day. So Elevate with Vern is somebody that I am grateful to have built a close friendship with over a long period of time. I wonder if you still have plans, by the way. We haven't talked in a month, but I'm curious if you have plans still to come to Canada, or if that may have changed. She was thinking about going somewhere much warmer and brighter, but if set up a backup plan to possibly get here to my area, which is really Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. I split my time between Niagara and Toronto. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead, thank you for that super chat, by the way. I'm going to put their channel up next. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. And Intrepid's, good to have you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Elevate with Vern was actually thinking about coming to Canada to visit right before the pandemic started. She had a plan, and then the restrictions were put in place. So that whole plan fell apart. But I am looking forward to the idea of us being able to hang out and collaborate. If whether or not she's able to make it here, I have plans to eventually start crossing the border, at least in small spurts. And she's only hours away from me, probably many hours, but I love road trips, so hopefully we'll collaborate one way or the other. As well, Elevate with Vern is now at 1,600, 1,700 views. This creator's live all the time. She's actually on Instagram as well, and I'm not sure of which other network she might be doing very well on and growing, but she's well over 5,000 subscribers now. As you can see, working on 5,300. You know, I say of channels of the size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey. And then and then Intrepids, yes, you hear good stuff about Canadians. We're as nice as they say we are, and polite and everything else for the most part. And we have a lot of friends from Australia as well. Of course, every channel on YouTube has viewers from around the world. And then Elevate with Vern, I'm just going to grab your latest live stream replay from a couple of days. I'll put that in my catch-up list for today. But I noticed something on your front page. You have a business information seminar. This looks like a teaser. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list as well, just so I can see what you've done there. Now, she's got a second channel. And we're going to look at VMAX Show, and this is where she gives us a bit more of a behind-the-scenes look at the creator behind Elevate with Vern. She brings more variety over here. She's focused on her main channel right now, but she's still approaching 700 subscribers over here. I'm just going to grab your featured video. I'll put that in my catch-up list over here. And then she's got some shorts that have gotten into well over 1,000 views here, and then live streams have been done many times before also. So hopefully everybody will connect with VMAX Show and Elevate with Vern. So this Saturday at 2 p.m. she's got a plan. I'll be on at that time, but we got lots of creators that run streams in different windows, and we know there'll be fresh content on her channel, informative, obviously, about grants and things like that when we are finished with Tuber Chat. So Rushing Wind Mountain is coming up right now. Oh, pardon me. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is coming up, and then Rushing Wind Mountain will be up as well. And then we'll get some names onto our wheel from our chat list. To Be Irish Live is still in the house. And our Georgia Suburban Homestead dropped a super chat. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. So we've got them on the screen right now. Their link should have been dropped by one of the chatbots as well. Pixie Dust Traveler, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Is there a way to get a channel from the chat? Oh, when you aren't a mod. So if you really can't find somebody, you can ask, and I might do either a link or a handle, but it really is a better service for us when we search, find, and click on each other. So we don't do any link drops here, or rarely, right? In the case of our Georgia Suburban Homestead, they just dropped a super chat and a link should have been dropped there. We've got a few gold members and we let them drop their link, or we automatically drop links for those channels like Wolf Spirit Productions. There's obvious benefit to that. I'm sure everybody can see. However, typically we don't, just because searching, finding, and clicking on each other helps, and then the channels that are hardest to find are the ones that need our help the most. So that's why we do it that way. Gaming with Debbie, I'm going to put you back onto the wheel. I cleared the wheel a little while ago. And then Globey's Travels is still on there. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. I got to put you back on the wheel. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. We still got a long way to go. We got just under an hour right now. And then our Georgia Suburban Homestead obviously is going to bring us homesteading content, indoor and outdoor. Both, I'm going to grab your latest elderberry cuttings video because it's a little bit longer than the one before it. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up and stay caught up. Lou ASMR, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then when we look at videos, we're going to see a lot of indoor and outdoor content like we typically see from our homesteading friends. I think this channel leans more outdoors, but I've caught a lot that they've done indoors as well. They live stream quite a bit. We'll look at those in a second. But the shorts here have gotten into 5,000 and almost 6,000 and even over 10,000 views. And then when we get into live streams, Elevate with Vern, I hope you have another moment because I want to show you something. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is sitting at 1,200 subscribers. They've passed that. They're working on 1,300. And they got a live stream coming up tonight. So right after Tuber Chat and right after Just Jason Keto and More, our Georgia Suburban Homestead will be live. As a matter of fact, if everybody wants to see how to set up a raid, I will raid into our Georgia Suburban Homestead today. So what I'm going to do is go to YouTube. There's a few ways to get into your YouTube studio, but one of them is to go to your front page, go to the customized channel area. That will bring you right into the studio. And then if I get into the content, I can go over to the live streams. You'll see the one we're running on right now. I can get into the details here and click my customization tab for this video. At the bottom, you see this redirect. I made a mistake today and I redirected into Just Jason Keto and Moore's, but that's next week. Actually, he's got a giveaway live stream that's planned after Tuber Chat next week. So what I'm going to do right now is go back over to our Georgia Suburban Homestead. I'm going to grab the link for the live stream that they've got coming up in another hour, and I'm going to put that link into the redirect area. First of all, you get a choice to go through your premieres or live streams, but if you don't have something coming up, it gives you the opportunity to paste in a URL or search for something here. Now, unfortunately, there's a setting that has to be put in. So in your YouTube channel settings, it's in the community area where you have your moderators and banned users and things. There is a checkbox that you can say so that any channel you subscribe to can raid to you. Otherwise, a lot of channels can't do the actual live redirect. Otherwise, that would be how you do it. I pretty much got through that tutorial. And then our Georgia Suburban Homestead, we know that's going to be live. I've got the notification on. The conversation can go anywhere once we get in there, but she gives us a chance to get to know her as well. She's got a second channel called I Died NDE, meaning near-death experience. And this creator is not only sharing her own experience, but looking for other creators to share their stories as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with our Georgia Suburban Homestead, obviously an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and their I Died NDE channel at 54 subscribers now, and then hopefully we can push them towards that first 100. They got a couple live streams under their belt as well. Pardon me. And then tonight, they'll be live on their original channel. And let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Pardon me, I haven't been looking after my voice nearly enough today. Not to mention, I recorded a video that took twice as long as I thought it should today. Some LED lights. Yeah, for most creators, it would probably be appropriate. Kristen Welton got me something, and pardon me because I'm going to do something really weird here. Pardon my office; it's a work in progress, and I've got a bit of a mess behind me there. But when I look at, I'm going to move the camera. I never do this, but just have a look at this cool thing that Kristen Welton got for me. If you see my setup here, she got a neon on-air sign. I just turned that on right now. I don't keep it on all the time. But that is what I'm looking at when I'm doing Tuber Chat. So cool idea, and for different video ideas, we'll see that often. But otherwise, yeah, lots of creators have lots of different interesting things behind them. I might have to think about doing that. This, where I am right now, is extremely bright, so I don't know how well we'll be able to see any LED lights or, pardon me, anything like that. And then is the Stock Explorer here? Did I miss the Stock Explorer coming in? I just saw, no, Paralife TV's asking if they're here. I don't think they're here right now. I haven't seen them today. And then, pardon me, let us think about talking about Fairbrick Studio. Again, if anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Fairbrick Studio is up on the screen right now. This is a creator who's been incredibly supportive. Now, they started their channel, pardon me, with Lego stop motion videos. And then they moved into video gameplay of a few different things, including a mobile game here that they're playing All in Whole. And then they got me playing this Lego Tower game as well, and they sent over a lot of help. Forgive me, Kristen got me another tablet again. And forgive me, because I can never remember which, we've been together for 8 years now. I do pay attention, but while I'm talking as quick as I can here, I can't remember which present was for which thing. We're lucky enough to be able to do that for each other, but she's given me 2 different tablets. So I was playing the Lego Tower game on an older Wowie tablet that I did a review of. It's my best performing video, actually. And then she got me a newer tablet because she knows I'm working on games again. It's an Amazon Fire tablet. So I haven't started playing that again. But Fairbrick Studio sent over a lot of help and got me a lot farther in that game than I otherwise would have been. So generous in that way as well. And then they do a lot of channel shoutouts lately. Lots of familiar faces here. And you see the same wheel from wheelofnames.com that we use here. But look at how many channels they're potentially shouting out over there, so that's great. Some more video gameplay Battle Cats we know and love from Lori's Tech Time and a couple of other creators, and a few other things as well. So they got some shorts here that have gotten into 5,000, even 10,000, 11, 12, and 15,000 views, and some of those are still climbing. So hopefully everybody will connect with Fairbrick Studio. They're here with us just about every single day as well. I'm going to spin the wheel, and pardon me while I just grab another drink again here. And then Globy's Travels is coming up. One of the things we've got to make sure we get that S at the end of the channel name for now. I've misspelled it many times. But when we go to Globy's Travels and we look at the channels, we're going to see it. It actually doesn't have a space in it either, so it would have come up right away if I'd have spelled it properly. Gabarar Gaming, good to see you here. Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart, good to have you here as well. I'm going to put you both on the wheel. We've still got about 45 minutes to go. Our music stream has just rolled over. I should have gone and looked at that. And what we'll do afterwards, what I'm talking about is a copyright-free music channel that we have. It's the same music that you hear in TuberChat. We'll go and raid that after TuberChat. But we know that Just Jason Keto and More is live right now. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is going to be live at 9 o'clock. What I'll do is I'll drop the link for our Georgia Suburban Homestead, but I'll redirect into the music stream. So try to remember that. And then KNRP Kim Polton, good to see you in the house. I think I just caught them for a live stream yesterday. Am I right? I think so. Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart, let me get you on the wheel. Beyond the Hook, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. For anybody that's brand new today, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Globy's Travel is up on the screen right now, 217 subscribers, and they are retired. They love to travel, and they're showing us different types of content that hope to encourage others to step out of their comfort zones and visit the places they've always dreamed of. So it's interesting to see that kind of motivation or inspiration coming from creators. Now, Globy's Travels has been posting fairly frequently. They just put up a video a week ago. Hopefully we'll see another one very soon, but you can see that they're taking us to a lot of interesting places, even around their area. And then shorts on the channel have gotten already into 2,000, 3,000, and even almost 7,000 views. So these are doing well, and they'll likely continue to grow as they post more and more. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. Thank you to Be Irish Live. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you over there. I always appreciate every moment, of course. I know a lot of people are trying to help with watch hours. We're gaining those again. We used to have the watch hours by a landslide and then not enough subscribers. And when YouTube changed the rules, now we have more than enough subscribers, and the watch hours had to start over because it's been almost over a year. Gaming with Debbie is in the house. Let's see what this creator's got going on right now. They're fairly new in TuberChat, but this was an interesting game that they had. I was in, I thought, a live stream the other day that they were playing that game. Yes, I was in this live stream a couple of days ago. Beat Saber, this is called, and they were, I think they had Sia playing in there. I think it was the song Titanium or something like that, if I remember right. But they've got a lot of popular music in that game. They mix up the video gameplay on their channel, as we can see. And then I've got notification bells on for some live streams they've got coming up, one tomorrow, one in a few days. They got shorts on the channel that feature more video gameplay, getting into 3,800 and even 4,000 views and beyond, which is great. And then a new video that they just put out today. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with the channel and watch another piece of content. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And thanks again, Gaming with Debbie, for being here with us. They've been here, I think, every day since finding us, already 3, 4, maybe even 5 times. Rushing Wind Mountain is known as Ruby. When you see people saying hello to Ruby in the chat, this is who they're talking about. Another creator who's been with us for what I believe is about 2 years now. They're here every single day. Rushing Wind Mountain is working on 2,700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They bring us content from the Pacific Northwest that includes a lot of nature along with a lot of wildlife and a little bit more variety on top of that. So as you can see, they've got pleasing visuals, pleasing audio to go along with it. A couple of these fireplace videos as well. Those will be replayed a lot at Christmas, I'm sure. And then they've got some shorts on the channel, and if you dig through these far enough, you're going to find some humorous moments. But these have started to get into 5,000, 6,000 views and beyond, one over 9,000. And then live streams are something that they've been doing a little bit lately as well. So hopefully those will continue. And we've always got our notification bell on to give us the best chance of catching each other whenever we're live or whenever we post anything at all that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then Backyard Trucker is coming up right now. Did we look at To Be Irish Live today? I think we just looked at it, right? Did we look at their channel like 20 minutes ago or something? Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but I'm just curious if Scratch and PPA or Corinne's Life or any of our mods or anybody happened to notice if we looked at their channel. I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it, but we're doing well moving through channels today. And like I said, we still got another 40 minutes to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I figured so, but I thought I'd ask. Backyard Trucker is up with 146 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 200 we know they're thinking about. Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. It's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I know he just put a message on Instagram to a special group that I have with our moderators. It's just in case they need to say anything while we're streaming. But Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More was talking about filling out tax information or tax papers. So it's really interesting, and it's on us, each of us, to be responsible for watching what the rules and regulations are between different countries, understanding treaties to a point, and making sure that we are compliant with all the tax laws. A simple mistake can take a chunk of your revenue or income if you're somebody who's got monetization on your mind. So you really want to try to pay attention to that. Things are changing all the time. One of the biggest reasons is because of exchange rates. That's something that affects things like app stores, pricing between different online services, and things like that. And revenue is a big issue as more and more countries are starting to gouge into the online income more and more as years go on. You would not believe the amount of taxes that sometimes are paid. I'll give you an example. So I'm a Canadian citizen, of course, right, from Toronto and Niagara Falls. If I buy a super chat for an American channel, which I do all the time, I am charged a 13% tax in Canada for buying that super chat. The American counterpart never gets to see it. YouTube takes their 30% of that super chat. Now, I usually am on a computer. I don't often super chat from an iPhone. I happen to use iPhone, not Android right now. But when you do that from an iPhone, Apple takes 30% before Google takes their 30%. In some countries, like for instance in the United States, Canada has a treaty with them, but it's very possible for them to withhold some kind of income, not necessarily with YouTube. And forgive me, because I'm not an authority, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a lawyer or anything like that. But we have to really understand. We have to really go through that paperwork, and it's up to us to make sure we're on top of it. We can't say we didn't know, because whether or not we're informed or they help inform us, we have to be informed. And then we're charged income tax on what we do receive. So can you imagine paying taxes on a super chat, finding out that the creator behind that super chat is not even going to get close to 50% of the money after Apple and Google have gouged it, and then they got to pay income tax on what does come in. So it is something else. It's not in every case, but you know what I mean. And this leads to a lot of frustration. But that's just an idea. Oh, and that's interesting, Jesse Miller Unboxings and more. So thank you for mentioning that as well. Kathy Payne, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And yeah, inflation is a big thing. So, you know, not that I want to get too political and this and that, but I often see posts, because I'm on many of the popular networks, right? I'm on X. I try to stay off it because it's the one that triggers me the most. I can find myself going down the rabbit hole and staying on there for longer than 20 minutes easily. So I try not to do that. Facebook, Instagram, the posts are everywhere, right? And I often see people getting really frustrated about inflation in their home country, right? Like, so in Canada and the States, we might want to blame Trudeau or Biden. And not that I ever want to defend any of them. And forgive me, when I use the word politics or politicians, there are a lot of people in politics. There are a lot of politicians that really care about their people, like their voters, and the people in their communities, the people in their areas, provinces, states, and countries. And they actually want to do a good job. Whether they're doing it or not, that's, you know, we never know. But as you get to know some of these people, you understand there's a lot of caring, considerate people in politics. However, I notice a lot of posts where people are blaming inflation on individual leaders, or lack of leaders, if we want to call it that. And the truth is, we know that inflation is right now almost worldwide. Through the roof. So it's just something to think about, but we have to be considerate. At the same time, what I don't understand is I drive down the street and every shopping mall is packed. The more expensive they are, the busier they are. Restaurants, packed all day and night. I actually went to a place to go and have some breakfast before I came here. I didn't give myself time to make breakfast in the morning. I was about to go and get it at a small breakfast place close to me. Packed. Couldn't get a seat. I just skipped it. I said, okay, forget it. I'll just go eat a sandwich or something. And, you know, while we talk about the economy is not doing well, it's really, really weird, at least in my opinion. So forgive the rant. Backyard Trucker is up on the screen. I mentioned that whole speech because Sam Slogs Trains and More brought to our attention the idea that there could be some tax information that we need to look at from the UK. All the different countries that YouTube operates in, we have to be considerate about. So you want to be looking in your YouTube studio, making sure you're catching emails from YouTube, that they're not going into spam, so that when they do try to inform us, we have the best chance of being informed, if that makes sense. And then let's look at Backyard Trucker. So this is a creator that says they're just a simple guy putting anything and anything online for us to view. And we dig through their videos. They've already got quite a collection here, mostly outdoor content. And then when we get into shorts videos, we're going to see some variety here. A lot on the road that have done well, getting into 4,000, 10,000, and 12,000 views. And Backyard Trucker's here with us every day as well. An incredibly supportive creator. I think they've been with us for every stream since finding us just a few weeks ago. I guess it's getting on a couple of months now, if I'm not mistaken. And forgive me if I do make a mistake when it comes to how long some of our friendships have gone on. I've been caught making ridiculous mistakes many times. But I hope everybody takes inspiration from the idea that you can literally lose track of how long you've been friends with people because they've been so supportive to you that it feels like a lot more time has gone by, if that makes sense. Yes, that is excellent to be Irish Live. And thank you for reaching out like that. Oh, Sam Slogs Trains and More. If everything in the world goes wrong for me, I will explode on YouTube and rant, and you won't believe what you hear from me, but a lot of it will have to do with taxes and money and politics and the State of the Union and everything else. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is up on the screen right now. They have got a very special live stream coming up. So what we're, pardon me, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, we'll come back to your channel in a second. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead, what I'm going to do for you is we'll drop the link for your live stream starting in about 15 minutes, or when we're getting closer to finishing here. But the live redirect can't be set for today, so if you want, we can talk either on Instagram or some other time, some other place, and make sure you've got that set up so we can raid properly afterwards. But for now, we'll drop the link, and that hopefully will help. And then our Georgia Suburban Homestead is going to let everybody connect over there the same way we do here. So they'll be on in half an hour. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has got a special live stream coming up next week, right before Tuber Chat. I'm going to grab their latest video off their front page, though, because they've got another unboxing here. Now, what this creator does is unboxing videos, usually of subscription services, and most of us have seen different types of either monthly or quarterly subscription services. They got sub boxes for everything now. They got socks, they got snacks, they got seeds, they got plants, they've got comic books and tech gadgets and just about everything in between, jewelry and makeup and all that. Now, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More really mixes up the different subscription boxes that they share with us, and then when we get into their shorts videos, we see that they feature a lot of the products that they find within those subscription boxes. Lots of jewelry here, but even the snacks made it into the shorts, and these have started to get into over a couple thousand views, which is great. And then live streams are occasional on the channel. She's usually on once every month or two, but she's got a special pre-birthday live stream coming up next Thursday. So right before Tuber Chat, she'll be on at 3:30 Eastern. We'll be on at 5, and Just Jason Keto and More will start at 7:30, and then we'll raid into his. He's got a 2,000 subscriber giveaway as well. He's live right now, or I don't know if he's live or just finishing up. He's usually on for an hour, but he might still be live. He's always on Thursday nights. And then email, I will make a note for myself right now. I will make sure that I find it. Sam's Logs, Trains, and More is coming up. And let's get them onto the screen right now. He's from the UK. He's here as a member and a moderator, so I'd put his name on the wheel right away. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody that's supposed to be on there, but we've got another couple of channels to look at. Phasio King, Naruto Luffy Goku is a longtime friend. And then if KNRP Kim Polton is still with us, we'll look at their channel, and we'll get to Kathy Paena. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. King 916 from Sacramento, California. Thank you for coming in. That's another longtime friend. I think he's been with us for almost a couple of years now as well. Time is really flying, right? And then Sam's Logs, Trains, and More is up on the screen. This creator brings us a lot of train videos, as you would expect, but he really mixes up a lot of the content as well. We'll talk about that. Some of his videos feature, many of his videos feature trains or the stations they depart from. He could be indoors or outdoors, giving us a look around, or taking a trip, or giving us tips and tricks when we're planning to travel. Sam's Logs, Trains, and More is posting frequently, actually. I've been really happy that Sam's posting more and more as time goes on. He is getting very close to 2,000 subscribers. He's officially on the road. We always say you're officially on the road when you get to a 100 milestone. Since he's past 1900, he's officially on the road to 2K. He's got shorts on the channel that have gotten into 4,000, even well beyond 5,500 views, which is great to see. And it's pure variety over there. Lots of creators here in the Tuber Chat family are bringing pure variety into their shorts videos, regardless of category or niche. And then lots of live streams from Sam. He's been doing a bit of outdoor live streaming. He also brings us indoors to give us a chance to get to know him, or to give us a Q&A, or possibly even a trivia game. So like I said, he's here as a member and a moderator. Now, every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other, and they all have different channels. They all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel in the same way we do here. Pardon me for 1 second. My dear goodness. Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart, we're going to talk about in a second. I'll tell you what, let's go for a break for 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come back and talk about this channel. All right, we're back looking at Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart. So hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat or missed anything anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment. If I did, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me keep it, or that should help me catch it. The next time around, I'll keep my eyes open for that. And then Just Jason Keto and more. Yes, thank you very much. He was live. He's usually on for an hour every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. So he was just on right now. And thank you for coming back in. And then Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart. So this is a couple from Louisiana, right? If I understand. Yes, family, a Louisiana hunting and fishing family, born and raised. But they are always having Alaska in their hearts, hence the name of the channel. When we look at their videos, we see that they've posted a couple just in the last day or so. These are quite short, but I'm going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put it in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to somewhat keep caught up. This creator's working on 300 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They got shorts on their channel that have gotten into 3,600 and 3,700 views and beyond, which is great to see already. There's a bit of cooking in there and in amongst the variety. And then some live streams. So they did a live stream. They did one a few months ago. We'll see if they're going to keep those up. But we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and catching as much content from each other as we can as well. FaZe Yoda King, Naruto, FaZe Yoda King, Naruto Luffy Goku is a longtime friend as well. And let's see what they've been up to lately. They do a lot of video gameplay, as we might imagine. And they've got a featured video here. It looks like it might be a trailer, but I'm just going to put that in my catch-up list. When a video is featured on a channel and then you are subscribed and you watch that video, it often disappears into the archives afterwards. I'm just going to grab their latest video as well. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Forgive me, this is cartoons. I said video gameplay. But they've got cartoons more than anything else in their content here. They got some shorts that have done well, 10,000, 11,000, and 13,000. And then they've got live streams on the channel as well. And this is where the video gameplay comes in. Still to this day, I've not played Fortnite. I got to hurry up and get this going. I should plug it in, turn it on, and get everybody to teach me how to play and live stream it. So maybe we'll do that. I see you're on PS5. I have Xbox, but I think it's cross-platform anyway, right? And then Cake No Eat Meat Day with cherry on top and more. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Sam's Logs Trains and More just gifted a membership. Thank you for that extra generosity. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. The 70s culture. We'll be happy to have that. We looked at that channel earlier today. Let's spin right now. We'll get another channel ready to go. And Neil Collects from the UK. Good to see you in the house as well. Thanks for coming in. Kathy Paina is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. And if anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pardon me, Kathy Payne has 534 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 they're thinking about. They've been posting a lot of videos lately. I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to grab your second latest video because it's quite lengthy, and I'll put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to watch that piece of content, get caught up a little bit more. They've got quite a bit of information on their About page, and then are on their About section, and then when we get into shorts, they've started posting a couple of these, and one of them over 1,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams might be an idea for the future, but Kathy Payne has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time, actually. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Teacher War Thunder, yes. Cali King 916 is coming up as well. And Cali King 916 comes to us from Sacramento, California. Now, they do a lot of live streaming, and typically what they do more often than anything else is give us a look around their area. And I was really pleased with this particular creator because as soon as they came into the Superchat family, what I think is 1.5 to 2 years ago now, they, pardon me, they right away were out supporting other creators instantly. Roadhog, I've got you on the wheel now, by the way. A fish frying live. And then CaliKing916 has got a bunch of videos now that bring a bit of variety. They've done some lottery ticket scratching. But they started in Sacramento with these car meet videos. Most of us have seen these either in our towns or in big towns beside us and things like that, where all the vehicles are around, done up cars, done up vehicles and things like that, and big crowds. And they continue to expand that content, showing us around their area. The shorts, like most creators, are pure variety, but a couple of these have gotten into 10,000 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator's live frequently, and again, they give us a look around their area in Sacramento and a chance to get to know them as well. An incredibly supportive creator, CaliKing916, and hopefully everybody will help push them towards the 2,300 subscribers that they're thinking about right now. And let's see what Roadhog has got going on their channel for today. This creator does a lot of scrap metal work, and they show us different areas where they can find a lot of that. One of the things they started with their channel was saying that everything in their videos is found in the trash, and what they meant by that, and they've changed the about section a few times now, but they bring new life into things that otherwise might have left behind. Now, I see you've got a few new videos here on behind, but I'm going to grab the one of the latest ones. It's 9 minutes. It's a little bit longer than the latest two. I'll put that in my catch-up list right now, and I'll see what you've done with this here. They take us scrap searching as well and bring us outdoors for a lot of adventures. 646 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 700 they're thinking about. They got shorts on the channel, and these have now gotten into almost 5,000 views, which is great to see. And live streams, they've done a few of these. We'll see if they're going to continue. Some familiar faces in a StreamYard panel as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And I'll ask one more time, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And thank you, Sam's Logs, Trains, and More. Yes, absolutely unnecessary ever. You know, our moderators do more for the channel than I could have ever hoped for or imagined. And these friends, you see Sam is, I think Sam is my longest, or are, on TuberChat, longest standing member. I think he's actually the longest standing one. There might only be one more now. Members come and go, and that goes probably for everybody. There's a million different reasons why. Not everybody has an unlimited budget. Of course, we can't all be members on every single channel, right? So often what will happen is somebody comes and they're a member with you for a month or two or three or many, and then they move their membership to another channel to kind of support the love to somebody who they think needs it. So I never want anybody to get too hung up on the idea of super chats and memberships and all that stuff. I promise you there's enough for everybody. Every time you see somebody else getting memberships and super chats and stuff, it's a good thing, because it means that there's more of that happening, and that means the pool of all that stuff is getting bigger and bigger. So, but thank you, Sam's Logs, Trains, and More. I really do appreciate that. So that's Roadhog. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. They've been with us for quite some time now as well. I'm going to get another couple of channels on the wheel if they're still here. If Neil Collects is here. If Cake No Eat Meat Day with Cherry on Top and More is still hanging out, I'll put them on. And we don't always get a chance to put so many channels on at the end of the stream, but we always get through as many channels as we can, so I'm happy we're getting to look at a few more today. KNRP Kim Polton was just live 2 days ago. Yes, I caught them for that one, which is really cool. And then they are bringing creativity, and you can see the crafting, that goes on their channel. They got a lot of friends as well. I think they either collaborate with or they're part of a big community though. And then I've got the latest video they put up a month ago onto my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with that. And I've caught you a couple times live streaming now. One big StreamYard panel there, which is great to see. Hopefully I'll catch you for more of those. But I've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch each other as often as we can as well. So I'll get Neil Collects on the wheel. I'll spin for fun. And I dropped a link already once for our Georgia Suburban Homestead, who is going live shortly. And then our music channel, if anybody hasn't already seen it, we have a virtual 24-hour live stream, so it's on all the time. You can come over after whatever else you're going to watch if you feel like it. And I'll appreciate it, of course. We have people trickling in and out of there at different times. And there's a virtual nightclub going on, a video game that everybody can participate in, and we do link drops over there as well. And then we'll go over to our Georgia Suburban Homestead right out of the Tuber Chat stream. I'll drop the link. The redirect will be set for our music channel because they just don't have that set up yet. But we'll drop the link here, and hopefully everybody will go and support our Georgia Suburban Homestead. They're incredibly supportive over here in Tuber Chat. Neil Collects also is an incredibly over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here from the UK. They are talking about all kinds of collectibles, including numismatic collectible coins, precious metals, comic books, trading cards, pop figures, I believe, and just about everything else. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. I can see I'm behind, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. Shorts on Neil Collects have gotten into 5,600 and 7,600 views, which is great to see. And live streams, I just caught them a few days ago. They do live streams usually at least once or twice a week. Hopefully we'll catch them. And they've got a vibrant audience that loves to talk collecting as well. A lot of supportive creators. So hopefully everybody will connect with Neil Collects. We'll spin the wheel. Cabaret Gaming is on there right now. And thank you, everybody, then, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. If you haven't already, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the way out. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead will be starting soon. Please give them a thumbs up on the way in. I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3.5 minutes like we always do, so that everybody can continue cleaning up their connections here before we go over there. I hope to see you there, and then possibly in the music channel afterwards. Cabaret Gaming comes to us with a lot of video gameplay. They're monetized, and they're a friend of over 3 and I believe 3.5 years actually. Cabaret Gaming is posting frequently, and they really mix up the video gameplay on the channel. Lots of different popular games, and they post frequently, almost daily actually. They got some shorts on the channel, and some of these have done really well. 45,000, 61,000. I think these are still moving actually, a lot of these gaming ones. And then live streams on the channel are frequent as well. I catch them frequently. Hopefully I'll continue that and catch them more and more. They're live almost every day. Cabaret Vlogs and Adventures is the second channel from this creator. They give us tips, tricks, and tech and tutorials, and that's from the same creator behind Cabaret Gaming. So Cabaret Gaming, I think this is the first time you've ever been the last channel that we've looked at, but I could be wrong about that. So you know what it's like to be picked last. I'm not sure if Cabaret Gaming knows what it's like to be picked first. But we've been on for almost 3 hours. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. Thank you to our moderators. You know, like I say, not often enough, is that Tuber Chat could not be what it is without their help. But we are approaching 700 episodes. And in another 5 weeks or so is going to be our 4-year anniversary, if you can believe it. We're aiming for 1,000. So we'll see if we get there in the next 2 years. For today, thanks, everybody. We'll see you with our Georgia Suburban Homestead. Thumbs up. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.